Morning, second graders. I am so happy that you are here. I'm bummed that I am not in person with all the in-person students. I'm going to miss each and every one of you, but we can still do math and we can still have fun. So I'm going to walk you through what math is going to look like today, and then I will send you on your way. So let me get to the top of the math section. So I've not added this video yet. That's going to go in this big white spot right here. But I first want you to practice counting. That's a great way to get you up and moving and exercising. And now we're going to take a quick look at this number corner. So today is Wednesday, December 9th, 2020. And we've been talking about all the different kinds of shapes that are on our cards. So I see some isosceles triangles, rectangles, circles, rhombus, scalene triangle, square, regular, pentagon, rectangle, and equilateral triangle. So if you think way back, we started talking about some of the differences of the triangles. So we said that an isosceles triangle can also be called a right triangle because it has a right angle. And a right angle means it's 90 degrees, or when two lines come together to make an L shape. And you'll see if you look on card number 1 that you see that right angle. And I bet if you look around where you're sitting right now, you will be able to see at least one other right angle. There are right angles all around us. I'm looking around right here and I see a right angle right here. I see a right angle on all of these books. All books have a right angle. So look around just where you're sitting. How many right angles can you see around you? I bet you can see some. Oops, we got off of there. Okay, so isosceles triangle or right triangle, 90-degree angle. Then our scalene triangle that's on card 5, a scalene triangle has every single side of a scalene triangle, there's 3 sides on a triangle, are different lengths. So there's a long, middle, or medium, and short side, but all are different. And then an equilateral triangle means that every single side of the triangle is equal. That's why it's called an equilateral triangle. And today, that's what's on our card. So I want you to start making a prediction. If you look at our card, what patterns do you see? I see a color pattern going on, but do you see any patterns happening with the shapes? I want you to hold that in your brain. If you have a prediction on what is going to be on tomorrow's card, both the color and what kind of shape. So far, there haven't been any identical repeats. I see that there's 2 rectangles. I see that there's triangles, but they're not the same. There's a rhombus and square, but so far there has not been one identical card. So maybe tomorrow will be the first day. I wonder what your prediction will be. Okay, so today for math, you are going to be doing a scoot. And a scoot normally, if we were in school, I would have cards all around and you would have clipboards and you would have a little bit of time at each card to answer a question. Well, not only can we not do that in person, it's just going to look a little bit different because it's online now too. So here are the things you need. I've written it on this slide, but you're going to need a pencil, a notebook to record your answers, a piece of paper to show your work, and your iPad because the scoot is going to be on these next slides. So you're going to have to be looking at your iPads to do that. There are 12 different slides for the scoot game. So here's my math notebook. And I'm going to open up to the first clean page. All right, so here it is. And at the top, I'm going to write Math Scoot. Math Scoot. That way, I know what this is. Math Scoot, I can put the date 12-9-20. Okay. Now I'm going to let you leave it like that because you're going to need different amount of spaces. So you could do it two ways. You could have just a recording sheet, or you could have the same piece of paper that you're showing your work. And I'll show you what that means, or what I mean by that. So here's the first card. You'll notice that in the top left corner, there's the number of the card. So this is card 1. So on my recording sheet, I'm going to use my recording sheet as the same page to show my work. So I'm going to write a 1 on the side by the red. Do you guys see that? I have Math Scoot, the date, and then I have a 1. Now this card says, what is the total value of the coins? So I'm actually going to show that on my sheet. I'm going to use the lines. I'm not just going to go all over the place. I'm going to draw my quarters that I see. Draw one big circle. I'm going to label it with the value. I know that a quarter is 25 cents. So I'm going to write 25. Then I'm going to draw my other quarter, 25. Then I have 2 dimes, 10, 10, and then I have 1 penny. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I have my number 1, and then I drew exactly what the coins were on this slide, but I wrote the value. So then I can for sure see the work, right? I know that you can probably do this in your head, but I can't see what's going on in your head. So I need to be able to see what's going on in your head by you showing your work. So then I'm going to do a little bit more. I know that 25 plus 25, or I know that 2 quarters is 50 cents. So I'm going to write that. Plus, I know that 2 dimes, 10 plus 10, is 20. And then that 1 cent or that penny, I know that that's just 1. So this is my next step, how it looked. I said 25 plus 25, and I wrote 50. So 50 plus my 2 dimes, 20, plus 1 equals, and now I'm going to add it all up. So 50 plus 20, I know 2 more than 5 is 7. And so that I know that 20, then that's 70. So 50, 60, 70 plus 1. So I know that that equals 71 cents. All right. And then I'm going to circle my answer nice and neat to show that that's what I got. Okay, so that's me recording and showing my work. So really you don't need 2 separate things. This would be a great way to do it. Then I'm going to draw a line across my whole paper to separate for the next question. So see, I just drew my line, and then right below it, I'm going to write number 2. And then I will be ready to go with my next question. So my next one would be, what time is it? Now this one, you might just write the time. That would be hard to show me what you're thinking in your head, but you get the gist. All right, so you're going to record it in your notebook. There are 12 cards. I want you to make sure you number them. So this card in the top left says 2. Every card has one. Okay, write the number in standard form. I've written in expanded form, so you're going to write it in standard. Show the number in model form. So this would be another great one to show your work right on the paper that you're working on. The long hand is the blank hand. So that guy's moving around so fast. What is that called? Is that the minute hand or the hour hand? Then here's some more graphing ones. How many people like oranges or bananas? Think about how you could show me your work for this one. Then here's a story problem. Definitely need to see your work here. Maybe you use base 10 blocks to show me. Maybe you use pictures, but you need to show me how you got it. Don't just write the answer. That doesn't show me anything. So here it is. Santa has 8 reindeer. He really does. If each reindeer eats 4 cookies on Christmas Eve, how many cookies did they eat in all? So he has 8 reindeer. Each reindeer eats 4 cookies. How many cookies did they eat in all? Then you have to fill out the missing numbers, 18, 21, 24. There's 2 missing numbers. Then another story problem, it's 2 parts. So you're going to need to solve the top part first to be able to solve the bottom part. So it says, my brother made 56 snowballs and I made 45 snowballs. Whoa. How many snowballs did we have all together? After we had a snowball fight and threw 36 snowballs, how many snowballs are left? Okay, so you'll need to do something with these 2 numbers up here. All together sounds like that's an addition problem. And then if you're trying to figure out how many are left, you're going to need to subtract this 36 from your answer up here. So definitely show your work. Maybe you use base 10 blocks to solve it. That would be a great tool to use. Okay, then show me the number in word form, 623. Then what is the total value of the coins? And then the last one, what time is it? And then on the very last page, so after you finish this, you have a choice board. Now it's kind of a different kind of choice board. So there's a telling time math menu. So if you are wanting to work more on telling time, or if you want something that doesn't involve your iPad, maybe you need a little break, this would be a great choice. Or you can do extra math. Make sure you do extra math. And then if that's done, then you may spend 10 minutes on Prodigy, but I would really set the timer. Don't just get sucked into Prodigy for a long time. Set a timer, spend 10 minutes if that's what you want to do, but I do really encourage you to do this telling time math menu. This is fun things that you can do without a screen. So let's read them. So 1, write about it. Explain why it is important to use AM and PM when telling the time. So remember, AM means morning and PM means afternoon or nighttime. Why is that important? Then teach the class. Make a video or plan a presentation to show how to tell time on an analog clock. I would love to see those. Maybe you use Book Creator. Book Creator, and you make a book telling how to tell time on an analog clock. That'd be a great idea. Design a poster. Design a poster of an analog clock. Label the different hands and show numbers for the hours and the minutes. Just in case you're thinking, oh my gosh, Mrs. Bean, I don't remember what an analog clock is. Well, let me show you. This is an analog clock. So if that jogged your memory. Then make a word web to show everything you know about time. So a word web is the same thing as a bubble chart. So you would put time in the middle, and then you could, let me make you an example. So here's another piece of paper. You could say, telling time. And then you could list all the things. AM, PM, hours, minutes, however many things you can think of. Then come up with your own way to demonstrate your understanding of telling time. So maybe you make a short video, or I'm drawing a blank on what that app is called. It's not Moose Math. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. But come up with your own fun way to tell someone about time. Maybe you sit down your grown-ups and you pretend to be the teacher and you teach them how to tell time. Then another one, draw a clock to show the time 7:45. True or false, tell whether the statement is true or false, then explain how you know. So here's a clock. It says that it equals 3:20, but is that true? Why not? Then 2 more. Make a list of different activities you might do between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So think about your day and what are some things that you might do in those times. Make a list. All these things could be done in your math journal. And then last but not least, write a word problem for a classmate to solve that involves time. All right, so those are your choices. I hope that you have fun. Again, I am sad that I am not with you, But I think you will have fun and enjoy math today. Good luck.